All the Money in the World is directed by Ridley Scott and stars Christopher Plummer, Michelle Williams and Mark Wahlberg. The film follows the kidnapping of the young Paul Getty, a 16-year-old boy, and his mother, Gail, is played by Michelle Williams, who tries to convince the billionaire grandfather, played by Christopher Plummer, to pay the $17 million ransom. I was surprised about this film even being made by Ridley Scott, because I'm pretty sure, and I think I speak for everyone else, that the only film that I was thinking about being released in 2017 was Alien Covenant. I did not even expect this film to be made by him. And I'm pretty sure that this film got a wide load of attention due to the replacement from Kevin Spacey to Christopher Plummer due to the sexual assault allegations made by a lot of people. And I'm kind of glad that that he was replaced, because this film could have been tarnished quite a bit. I can tell that Christopher Plummer gives his best performance, without a doubt. And the fact that he does this in 10 days, in less than 2 weeks, that tells you something. And that tells you how incredibly talented he really is. This is one of his best performances. I was pretty much fascinated from start to finish. I mean, this is a top thriller film. It kept my attention. It kept me on the edge of my seat. It was riveting. I mean, the dialogue is so well written. This is a dialogue heavy film. I think it really will test the patience of many viewers who are watching this film. I mean, you can compare it to a film like Bridge of Spies, because both films are true stories and both films are pretty much dialogue heavy films. They're not action thriller. And here's the thing, you know that a film is good when you don't even realize that there were any changes. I didn't even notice any changes. That tells you something, guys. They spent their $10 million and it was worth it, because they went all in, they pulled it out. Ridley Scott and Plummer, they pulled it out of the bag, and it was just brilliant, because I did not notice any changes, and that's the beauty of this film. Michelle Williams is brilliant. Michelle Williams is so good in this film. She's brilliant. She plays her character so realistically. And the thing is that she has to have this expression of stress and exhaust throughout. It does not stop. And the thing is, to put on that stress is so believable, and it just remains throughout the film. And you have to applaud her, for that, because I've seen her in films such as 8 Mile and Manchester by the Sea, and she plays the same sort of character, and it just matches with her so well that she does it again and she knocks it out of the park. But Mark Wahlberg is equally as good. He plays a fantastic supporting role, and my God, I mean, this guy keeps on improving and improving. He plays a fantastic role in this film. He plays this deal fixer sort of maker. You know, sometimes he would sell things that you really need, and he sort of makes these negotiations, and he's really good at it. And he helps Michelle Williams to try and track down the kidnappers. The back and forth between Michelle and Mark Wahlberg is so exciting, because you want to know what's going on between the kidnappers and Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is talking to the kidnappers, trying to negotiate how he can, you know, take the young Paul out safely. And the fact that we have to go back and find out what's going on between Michelle Williams and Mark Wahlberg, and to tell, it's like the audience telling Michelle Williams what's going on, as well as Mark Wahlberg. And that thing is so enthralling, it's so exciting, because you want to know how Michelle Williams is going to feel about this. As for flaws, I would say that the runtime is a bit long. I feel like you would perhaps, you know, take your phone out and just sort of check the time and sort of realize where it is. And so the runtime is a little bit long. I feel like in terms of the kidnapped boy, the young Paul, I feel like I perhaps didn't really care as much for him. I feel like there could have been a bit more emotion put towards his character. You know, you really want to care for this person. You really want to be invested in his character, and you want him to just get out as soon as possible. And I feel like, because this is a true story, one could argue that you naturally feel that empathy for him, but just a little bit more emotion could have helped. Other than that, this film is fantastic. I was excited from start to finish. It's a dialogue-heavy, thrilling film, and I was really excited. I was really happy when I got out of the theatre. So that was great. I'm going to give All the Money in the World a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Check this out, guys. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching. Look forward for some more reviews coming very soon, and I'll see you guys very soon. Yeah.